Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Albania. Octavian Augustus, as some of you know, the first emperor or true emperor of Rome, found out that his adopted father, Julius Caesar, was murdered. This is what most of them... There's actually a bunker here. Fucking hell. I'm on the bridge right now, and I am not gonna go any further than this. I'm actually gonna step fucking away from it. Woo. It's really windy, to be honest. The point that I do have to stand in a brace position, so the wind is pushing me off the side.
Albania, a place where you can explore uncharted territories. We started the video around the corner where we left off last time, next to the smiling bunker. The plan is to move around the coast to a city named Vlore, which is the third most populous city in Albania. However, I will not stop there. We will move to Apollonia, ruins of a Greek colony that housed Gallus Octavius, more known as Augustus, adopted son of Julius Caesar. On the way back to the hotel, I'll explore a few free points of interest, one being a bridge that should not stand, and a monument to Albanian battle.
Well, exploring. Just something I found funny. Right, there is a sign in German that they have a German quality Vlore. I don't know about in UK or if you guys watching from America, but Poland and I think any Central and Eastern European country say that as soon as there's a German name attached to product, that means it's good quality. It means it's not gonna fuck up pretty much. It's the best thing you can get, no matter if it's cheap shit. Something I found funny while exploring the main road. For the American dental, possibly doing teeth, if my English doesn't deceive me, or they decide to name it that. Because finger drive thing. Oh, right there. There. But you can't see it. Oh, there you go. Right there. It's a Japanese store. Selling, I don't know what they're selling, sushi rolls. Albania is a majority Muslim country the census conducted in 2023 states that they are 50% Muslim, with the other 50 being split between other religions, and the second majority being Christianity at around 15%, and that is split between Roman Catholics and Orthodox. And you can see the divide quite big, especially when you explore the southern part where the majority are declared as Muslim. As if you go further north, you see way more churches than mosques.
Vlore was conquered at different periods throughout its history by Romans, Eastern Romans, Normans, Venetians and Ottomans. This is due to its strategic position on the Adriatic Sea. Vlore occupied a significant place in classical antiquity as a base for trade by many people. It is considered one of the oldest cities in Albania and the region. In the 11th and the 12th century, Vlore played an instrumental role in the conflicts between Eastern Roman Empire and Norman Kingdom of Sicily. Following Norman occupation, they ruled for only 4 years and established a Latin church. Ottoman Empire captured the city in 1417, while in 1432 Albanian rebels freed Vlore and expelled the Ottomans from the area. Later it became a Venetian possession in 1690s. However, the city was restored to the Ottomans in 1691. During the early periods of Ottoman rule, Vlore became an international port centered on high value of trade between Western Europe and Ottoman state.
Walking around here, something I want to point out. As I was showing you guys the houses here, a disgrace. I don't know how bad in a state they are inside without to have a look on outside. However, maybe not right now. There's lots of nice new cars I've seen. Already seen a few Mercs, Jenny brand new, a few brand new Audis, through brand new BMWs, Land Rovers, and over, I would say, upper class elite cars with quite a young group of people driving them. I don't know if it rented or if it relates to a word which I think everybody understands. I'm going to write it down, I just don't want to say it out loud, just in case they understand it, and all the shady deals that happen. Because I'm going to be walking past one Audi right now. It's not the best one, however you'll see the difference in a minute. If I turn you guys around, nice Audi right next to shitty apartment.
Between 18th and 19th century, the Albanians gathered both spiritual and intellectual strength, which led the Albanian resistance. Vlore played an instrumental role in Albanian independence as an epicenter for the founders of modern Albania, who signed the Declaration of Independence. After World War II, with Albania ruled by Communist Party, the port was leased out to the Soviet Union for the use of submarine base. During 1960s and 1961, it served as a theatre in the aftermath of the decision of Hoxha to denounce Khrushchev's reforms, resenting being pushed out after considerable investment in the naval facilities. Hoxha, realizing the vulnerability of Albania after the 1968 Warsaw Pact, ordered the construction of hundreds of thousands of concrete bunkers. Under Hoxha, Vlore served as an important recruiting centre for Albanian state security, intelligence and secret police service.
Let's move a bit closer. There is, apart from the wind, extreme amount of trash here. I don't know if you can see. Let me get a bit closer. I mean, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick that up, but take a look here. Imagine just at the entrance of the beach, we've got plastic bottles, gloves, plastic, trash. I don't even know what that is. Lighters. Come on, like, take a look. Would you come here fucking even by yourself? I wouldn't want to stay here. Not to talk about, like, if you're coming with a partner, I don't know, a family, you have children, you don't want them to play around with this shit, do you? I might be at a bad area of the beach because, like I said, I might be entering the side entrance, but still, like, when you go somewhere else, it's not like that even when you go in a poor state. I think it looks better there where there's actually hotels. However, I can't see that far, so I don't actually know how bad it is down there. Nothing changed so far, however, well, it just got worse, to be honest, with this. It's genuinely a disgrace. However, something interesting to see here. Oh, another bunker or pillbox. Actually, in a decent location, I would say, because it actually overlooks the entrance to the city and entrance to the beach. So if you want to land, you've got pillbox here. The point that I do have to stand in a brace position, so the wind doesn't push me off the side. And what point is that? There's a cliff just here, no barriers. However, you get a fantastic view of a little coastal city. And that's not of it. That's not all of it. There's more just right there. Bigger city. So it all comes and combines into one city. This place gives you a fantastic view of the city. Is it worth it? Yes, for sure. Access Road is big, but why? If I come just right here, I'll point you guys here. This road here is Access Road. You come around, do a very sharp U-turn into the car park, just located right there, just below where I'm pointing. Let me hide from the window. This place states it's 300 lek, which is €3 ever. I see nobody taking money here. I'm here for free. There's nobody collecting cash or anything. Like that. Ruins of Apollonia. Why am I showing you these ruins specifically? One, the different ruins you can visit compared to the ones I showed you last video. Two, they're closer to the capital city of Albania, where you're going to be flying to. And thirdly, and the most important, at least to me, and probably most interesting, is that this is the place where Octavian Augustus, as some of you know, the first emperor or true emperor of Rome, found out that his adopted father Julius Caesar was murdered. This is where he studied. This is where he was at the time of death of Caesar. When he found that out, he jumped on a boat and sailed back to Italy, and later on became the first emperor. At the time, he was so grateful to his hospitality here in Apollonia that he actually exempt the local people from any taxes to the Roman Empire. As you can see, there's no river or no sea nearby to get access to the sea. That's because let me just read that up because I can't remember. 3rd century, there you go, that's the one. In the 3rd century, an earthquake caused the change of a terrain, making the river no longer flow past the city. What's left of it is just ruins, as you can see behind me. However, with that story like this, leading back to Roman Empire, or the beginning of Roman Empire and the end of Roman Republic, it's quite a sight, to be honest. You have to take in. So I'm going to be walking around talking to you about this place specifically, starting off with the first place just right now.
Apollonia was an ancient Greek trade colony which developed into an independent polis and later a Roman city. It was located on the right bank of a river approximately 10 kilometers away from the eastern coast of the Adriatic Sea. Apollonia was perhaps the most important of the several classical towns of the same name. Apollonia was mentioned in Aristotle's work, described as a small Greek elite class, largely descended from the original colonists ruling over a largely local Illyrian populace.
So, let's talk about this place a bit more in detail. Apollonia, founded in 7th century before birth of Christ, or BC. Named after Greek god of sun, Apollo. And with a location like this, I'm not surprised, because you get a nice summer, well, not even summer, nice breeze of the sun no matter where you stand. Now you might be surprised, as I said before, that this is where Augustus used to study, and this is where he set sail from. There's no port or no sea in sight. If I get a bit higher, you still will not be able to see it. I need to go a bit higher than this. And now the trees are blocking it, but in that direction right there is the sea. About 30-minute drive. However, regarding today, it was meant to be raining with thunder. I see no clouds. It did rain a bit when I was setting off from my hotel. However, take a look at yourself. There's not a single cloud in the sky. The sun is boiling. Well, probably in summer it would have been even worse. This nice temperate 25 degrees Celsius. For British people, that's peak summer. For anybody else in Mediterranean, this is fucking freezing. Well, for me, it's nice and perfect actually for walking and exploring things like this, all the archaeological sites, cities and everything else, because you still get the sun. It's nice and warmish because you're walking a lot. You're gonna warm up yourself anyway. It's too cold the air to go to the beach. However, if you're willing to, at least if you're a gentleman, if you're willing to let your manhood shrink a bit with the cold water, you will not regret it. And if you're a female, you're just gonna get cold. I don't think there's any side effects to you lovely ladies. Moving on this hill, something else I want to point out. As I mentioned before at the start of the video, this country of Albania, this country of bunkers, one of the most, if not most, fortified countries in the world, if we're talking bunkers. Here's one of them, just a little hole. However, this is what most of them, it's actually a bunker here. 1 second. My torch is on. I didn't actually think there was going to be a real bunker here. Let's have a little wander around here. There's something there which I don't know what is. Fuck it. Let's see. I'm gonna keep to the rule of right wall so you don't get lost. I'm gonna have to keep lighting up my feet so I don't step on anything like a fucking frog or lizard. I can see from the back of the screen that the camera's not picking up anything. This is actually more interesting than I thought. What the fuck is that? Fucking hell, it's getting damp in here. There's something flying, and that's what I can tell for sure. And with flying things, I don't mess around. I'm going to go a bit further into it. Okay, this is getting a bit tight even for me. Okay, there's a light there. I want to know what that is. No, I don't think I'm going to go any further. Just turn around. I'm already fucking sideways. There's another tunnel going further up, so I'm going to have a wander there. Now the camera, you guys probably are not seeing anything because I am genuinely holding it down, so if the flash light of my phone lights up while I'm stepping so I don't trip. That's the entrance. Let's head this tunnel. This one looks a bit more promising, as I can actually stand straight in this one. Lot of trash. Hole to the outside world. There's an entrance to the other path for sure, because that's where the light's coming from, and it's too big to be where the fuck am I? Genuinely, there's not a tunnel here which leads to an entrance. I'm going to turn off my flashlight. Preservation of battery. That leads just out here.
In 1967, Ecological site was seriously damaged by heavy machinery and the building of a 400 concrete military bunkers at and near the ancient polis.
Else I found right now. Another bunker. And knowing, if you guys know me, I'm gonna use my money worth and go inside. Quite a tight space. I don't know if you guys can see anything inside of there. Just a little tiny room. I'm guessing it's the same here. Yeah, just a tiny room. With an actually bigger one just right here. And you can see from the angle I'm facing how tiny it is. With some sunlight, so I'm guessing there's a hole. Let me get to a more normal standing position. It must be a hole, and there is a hole. Right here, nice little hole for, I don't know, an entrenchment. Like a little dome which would shoot out to a field. By the way, that little area right there is a car park. And I will show you guys, see that brand new road with a nice bridge and a solar panel farm. That's where Google Maps will take you. However, that road is closed. You actually have to carry on going. There's a tree line right there. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick that up. There's a tree line right there. You have to carry on that road and turn into this village here. That is how you enter this place. Walking back, what you can see just to my left is what is to be believed used to be old residential block, possibly with shops underneath, how Greeks and Romans love to have them. However, how it looked like it is unknown, or the purpose of it completely, as again it is just ruins, as you can see. However, what we do know is this used to be the main road.
From the 2nd century BC, Apollonia allied itself with Roman Republic, which maintained a military base at the time. The city flourished in Roman period, housing a renowned school of Greek philosophy and military training, which attracted students from across the empire. Apollonia supported Julius Caesar in his civil war against Pompey, but fell to Pompey's ally Marcus Julius Brutus in 48 BC, and later Gaius Octavius, later known as Augustus, the first Roman emperor, studied at Apollonia in his youth. The city began to decline in the 3rd century. When its harbour started sliding up as a result of an earthquake, it was abandoned, with the exception of a monastery.
First point on the way back home, monument dedicated to freedom of Albania, dedication to 1920s to 1943, and sadly dedicated to communism, the communist star just birthed Albanian eagle. I believe that monuments to freedom, especially to people who fought for the freedom of their country, should stand, and I actually respect that. However, it should not be dedicated to communism, as that didn't lead to anything good in our world. And I do believe it's just a pain of existence, a past that maybe should not be forgotten. However, it should not be celebrated. It should not be celebrated in any state, as only led to pain and suffering of all the people. Anyway, let's move to something else, something happier. Let's go to the next destination, being the bridge. So, just arrived at the bridge. I thought this was it, but there's actually one more bridge. But I mean, take a look at this. I'll get closer to it. I'll show you guys how it looks like. This one's actually not that bad compared to the other one I wanted to show you. However, you can hear it squeak, or the metal squeak. Oh, it's graffiti. There is the bridge. It's getting quite chilly. Fucking hell. I mean, put my foot on it. I put some weight on it. There you go. And the bridge itself fucking moves. I prefer to hold with my right hand. I'm gonna take. Fucking hell. I'm on the bridge right now, and I am not gonna go any further than this. I'm actually gonna step fucking away from it. Ooh. Fuck me. I took a step on the first step. The bridge genuinely went down by a few centimeters, genuinely just to level itself out. It was swinging from side to side. I actually got dizzy. I mean, fucking hell, look at that. Imagine having to cross that every day. I don't know even who would cross that. No, I'm not crossing that. Fuck that. I don't need to. I thought it was just a point of interest, a cool bridge. However, it's all fucking rusted up. And I'm not doing that. Like I said, I like danger, I like a good challenge, but I like to manage that as well. Especially that right next to this bridge is a graveyard, and I've got a feeling some of those graves there belong to people trying to cross that bridge. And like I said, if we take a closer look, there's genuinely nothing on the other side of that bridge. There's no reason for me to cross it other than bragging rights, which I don't mind not having. As I can see, the bridge is not even. There's missing bits right there. I'm genuinely considering going on it. However, after taking that first step, it is going to collapse up, and it is very windy today. I don't know if the microphone's picking the wind up, and there's nothing beneath it. No, I'm not risking it. Out of idea, I'm not doing that. Heather, would you go on that bridge? Fuck me, I wouldn't.